Well guys, as you can tell, it's a nice morning in the deer stand. I wanted to take a quick moment to share my camera setup that I've been using this year. For those of you who don't know, I've been filming my hunts for well over 10 years, whether that be old action cameras or small camcorders that we've used for YouTube. And ultimately this year, I didn't say heck with it yet, but I changed things up drastically after I shot my buck last year. And that is, I'm primarily running my GoPro. As you can tell, it's cheated off to the side. And the reason why I like a GoPro on a head mount is if you put it on your bow, you get way too much vibration. And oftentimes you drop your bow arm right after the shot. What I found is I like a head camera because you don't have to think about it. You just click it on and you go. And I made a full video on it that I'll link on the reason why, but I always like to run the GoPro offset on my head because when you shoot, you're essentially looking out the corner like across your nose. And so you want the camera facing that direction. So primarily I've been rocking a head camera, and then a few years ago I picked up right there the 360 camera, and that has also been a game changer for me just because I can just film in 360 mode and then reframe it after the hunt. And so you really do get just about everything on video. Now, the one thing about the 360 footage is, one, it's really large. So you have to be able to figure out a way to store it. And the workflow after the hunt, getting it framed, is different. So it's just a little bit to get used to. Now, I will say the Insta360 that I have is good. I know it's the 1X2. They make better ones now. The only thing that I've noticed is in low light, mine is about terrible. So if I do get a new one in the future, I'd end up getting that the 1-inch sensor one. But it works well, but anything past like 25, it's really hard to tell. So what's nice is I run the GoPro in linear mode. So it's not as wide, but you can really see the deer quite well. And then and that's really the bulk of it anymore. This is obviously just a head strap mount from Amazon. This is the tethered his strap. I also use a screw-in trail camera mount with I think it's a 3/4 or 3, whatever it is, regular screw-in head. I'm using the Insta360 selfie stick, so you won't see the stick. And then this little piece is from Genesis 3D printing. Thing's awesome. It's like, if you're running a 360 camera, do this. I first started out by using like the Insta360 belt that they make, and it's just this giant thing that you strap onto the tree. This is so much better. Just order this. I have no affiliation with that guy, but he makes good stuff. And then finally, I don't take a tree arm ever, which is like a godsend, like literally. But if I ever want to film deer, like get a little bit closer, I do use my phone. It's iPhone, whatever, 14, 15. It's got 3 times zoom, which isn't awesome. But there are hunts where I will take my big camera. If I'm hunting like a big field, then I'm going to do a lot of zooming. So I will take a big camera on a tripod anytime I'm like hunting a box blind, so forth and so on. But yeah, this is just kind of a quick in the field video in selfie mode on my iPhone. But I wanted to show you my camera setup because I often see people post getting into self-filming, which camera, which tree arm, which blah 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 should I get. And to be honest, like years ago, before action cameras got to the way that they were, I was like, yeah, you need to carry a big camera, you need to carry a tree arm. But to be honest, like, it totally changes the dynamic of your hunt. So if you're thinking about self-filming, my biggest recommendation is, even if you're gonna make YouTube videos, let me tell you, you can make good YouTube videos without having to carry a tree, like a tree arm. You can put a handy cam in your bag, you can film deer, and then when you're ready to shoot, you put it in your bag and you have your action cameras to get the shot. So I strongly recommend any bow hunter, if there's anything, any camera gear that you're ever considering or thinking about buying, my biggest recommendation is this right here, this setup. A GoPro with their new Enduro batteries that last much better in the cold. It could be a GoPro, it could be an Insta360 action camera, whatever you want, your preference. I like the GoPros. And head camera mount, or head, I call it head strap, right? So that's my biggest recommendation for everybody. Any bow hunter, even if you black out even at the shot and you don't know where you hit deer, this thing, you can see exactly where you hit. So yeah, a little bit of a in the moment spur of a video. So I'm gonna get back to the hunt. I haven't seen anything, so that's fun, but we'll get on them eventually.